it's Luther here, and I'm with George. We're about to embark. It's a privilege for me because I get to coach a beginner, and that's always wonderful. Because you're fresh clay, you might think as a beginner you're harder to teach. No, you're not. I can make you much better than you are now.
Perfect.
When you teach a pro or a good player, it's hard to shift. So just, George, you swap sides,
Yeah,
and I'm
sure.
going to demonstrate to you. So what we're going to start off with, and for the folks at home, we're going to start off with a 7 or 8 iron, that sort of club. And we're not going to be proud, we're going to tee the ball up, okay? So if you go to the driving range, don't be tempted, George, to hit off the mat.
Okay.
Tee it up, give yourself
Yep.
a nice tee peg, okay? And when you go to the driving range, you'll have a sense that the mat in the driving range is aiming in a certain direction. So if you can, stand here, look where this is going. I've put down a little white stick here, but you can put another golf club, but it gives you a general sense of direction of those stages. Okay, so the starting point has got to be the club that George is going to use. So the DNA of your swing, George, is going to be in this golf club. As I say, it's a 7 iron.
Yeah.
And what I want you to get from this little bit at the moment is that you're going to stand here with your left opposite the ball and simply present the club head to the ball. Now when we do that, the club head sits on its bottom. Can you see that, George?
Yep.
Right, it's not toe up or toe down. Now, if I can get George to do this, he's going to know how far he should be from the ball. You're going to know how high your hands are going to be, and most importantly, particularly for a tall guy like yourself, you're going to find out what angle your body should be.
Sure.
Okay, so if you just come around here,
Yeah,
George,
of
and let's just do that. And just hold the club in the right hand and present the club to the ball. Good. So if you can keep that club constant through this little ritual. So, lean forward now, and we're going to add the grip. The left hand is a fist grip. The right hand is a finger grip. And one of the little fingers overlaps. So rather than me explain to you, I'll just give you a feel for it.
Yep.
That's great. Just bend your knees an inch and make sure your weight is 50-50. Not turned in, just
Yep.
nice and natural. So very quickly, if we work from the club, we present the club behind the ball, the club head is on its bottom, and now George knows the height of his hands, he knows his distance from the ball, and already he knows the angle of the spine. Now, you have to have an understanding of posture before you can learn the grip. You can't learn the grip from here, George, because your body's in the way. When you lean forward, then your hands come together and they form a unit, okay?
Yep, makes sense.
All right, so if you could just produce that in our first session and then go down to the driving range and practice, I'm happy that whatever swing that George develops from this setup is going to be effective. So just to give you a feel, your shoulder and arms and club are like a little Y shape. And when I say to you turn, the Y shape goes back to about shoulder high. For those of you who play hockey, we don't have the hockey stick above the shoulders. Don't know if that rule still holds, but that is like half a swing, George. So you'll go from here, and then you'll swish through. And what I've done, I've put a tee peg there. So initially, we're not even going to hit a golf ball, we're just going to knock the tee peg over. Okay, so there we go. That's very good. Okay, so we'll get that third finger on. Now I think you can see at home that in that little ritual, George has created an alignment of his shoulders, hips, knees and feet. It all came from the club and the grip. Okay, George, take the pressure off your back and we'll move to the next lesson.